Okay, guys, hey, it is me, Nap, and this is a little bit about how I do the episode art for Creeping Wave. This, of course, is the episode with Gallie as the guest star. That's her right there. She's cute, hey. And basically, I just start out with kind of a little blue outline. I use blue because when I was doing this non-digitally, always use non-photo blue because it won't show up when you photocopy or anything like that. So I always do my roughs in blue, just out of tradition. And I just kind of go through and I reshape things and I form them up the way that I want them to. And this is all very rough at this point. And now we're getting to the background here. And I want this still to be, this is based off kind of a picture of a crazy Russian still I found online that I thought was really neat, really kind of almost steampunky looking. And doing the brass on this was fun because brass is super reflective. And but unfortunately, I don't have that part in this video because it took too long, and the screen capture crapped out. And they're putting the gauges on there, giving it just all the little details that make it look like a working piece of machinery and not just a big clunky little thing. Alright, so we got the background in. I do a different color on the background just to separate it. And now we're doing our outline. I like to do, even though I'm going to paint over it, a solid outline so I know where to put my colors. And here we go with those colors. Alright. Yeah, so there we go, just in her electric mandolin, which is so cool. You guys should definitely check out Gallie's stuff. She does her own work, like her solo projects, and she also is with Digital Lizards of Doom, which is great. And just throwing down some color on that background there. This color isn't ultimately what I went with for the final piece, but you'll get to see that. And yeah, it's pretty cool. There we're just adding in our painting. This is actually the fun part for me, where I get to paint and put in the shading and everything. And so I just kind of go through. You'll notice Gallie's shirt changed color. I liked the blue better. I felt like the gray wasn't giving it enough pop. So, and there, that mother of pearl in between the frets and all the details on that little mandolin. And there we go. I didn't like that, so just tweak it, tweak it, tweak it. I'm always tweaking things the whole process through. So that's just how I am. So you'll see a lot of that. Here's my face. Oh god. A lot of people who say that this character doesn't look like me, take a look at some of my older pictures. It's pretty close. But yeah, then just coloring that in, filling that in, and filling in that hand right there. That was a little tricky right there, getting the hands to connect and everything, getting it to be a believable posture, but I like how it turned out. And shading in that shirt. Alright, and everything is coming together. And, of course, in a few moments you will see the final project. Yeah? So, what do you think? You like that? Yeah? I thought it came out pretty good. I mean, yeah, okay, you guys are still here. We'll do another one. Hey! So this is the season finale, right? That is Alex Stein as the beautiful Esther. I actually used a headshot from his Instagram as a reference. Now, the final didn't wind up looking anything like him. There's Peter Lorre. I went through a couple incarnations. Anytime I'm drawing someone's likeness, I have like 5 or 6 references, and I kind of go through them all. And they were just laying that color down. All these sassy seniors, and that is Esther in blue, then Peter. Very lovely. And whipping that color through, making everybody look shiny, throwing that background in. The background's got to be a little fuzzy, so not to take away from the foreground. And here we're just pumping up the shading. This is the fun part for me, just getting the shading in there. And yeah, now the final did not wind up looking at all like Alex, but that was just my reference to kind of get the feel. Just it was a really cute picture that he had on his Instagram of a very early headshot of his, so I went ahead and used it. And then I'm just touching it up, making it look like an old woman and not an adult man. So there we go. And I didn't want these old ladies to be gross, or I didn't want to play it up for comedic effect that they're like, ooh, they're old and shriveled. I want them to be like kind of buxom, sexy old girls. So I not a lot of age spots, or, you know, not a lot of haggard looking faces. And they're all dressed in kind of a sort of a Dita Von Teese burlesque. There we go, shading up Peter Lorre's face. Now the light is actually kind of coming from the back right there, as you can see from the sunbeams. So I'm kind of shading in the front of the face and letting the light spill over. Of course, they're outside, so they're not going to have like real hard shadows at this point in the day. So, as I'm sort of visualizing this midday, adding that pattern is fun. So, now you see here, I'm very improvisational when I do things. Sometimes I just have like a blob of color and then I wind up just going through. The glass I'm just drawing as I go. Here I'm doing up sweet little, let's see, Gladys's face. That is Gladys, and that is the one that I voice in the episode. It was going to be voiced by someone else, but with a little bit of trouble with scheduling, and that happens. You got to be open. So luckily I'm okay with jumping in there. And I got a little bit of pause there, which, oh gosh, and you can see my desktop. I never clean my desktop. And there's Peter's hands, shading up those hands, and getting those arms together. Right here we do add a little bit of texture, a little bit of, yeah, right there, getting that light in there, and just improvising the glass in there. Shading up the dress, and I decided to do like, kind of like a cute little vintage nightgown. There, of course, we have Norma, who is voiced by Margo Mcgrath. She is a musician who has come on the show a couple times, voices Margot Scratch. I wanted to do a pattern on the robe, and then I decided it was cooler in just straight pink. And she gets a glass too. And there we have them all finished up, our sassy seniors. Who's your favorite? I don't know, I think they're all pretty sassy. So, and that was a fun one to do. So let me know what you think, and always check out Creeping Wave Radio. We're available on iTunes, on Stitcher, and TuneIn. Yeah. And you can always go to our website, www.theyoumind.com, which is named after the fraudcast that we do. It's a happy little fraudcast. It is the supposed podcast that the characters are involved in, and we have some awesome little faux guests that come in. And it ties into the main plot of Creeping Wave Radio, which is what happens when the mics go off. So do check it out. I hope you enjoyed this, and all right, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye. Hey guys, it's me, Nap, and I just wanted to personally thank you so much for listening to Creeping Wave and You Mind and coming along on this little adventure with us. This is a project I've been working on for so long, and it's really exciting getting it to actually get out there and bringing in such amazing and talented people who are actually interested and willing to play along with me. So thank you very much.